You know, if it's Thursday, it's all about
a story a day.
Oh, yeah. So now, take a look at this. I didn't know there was so many Kenyans in Egypt. Huh? We talk about Kenyans in the Middle East, in Saudi, UAE, Doha, Dubai, you know, the whole thing.
Yes.
But in Egypt, there's a community of Kenyans and, you know, doing their thing, working as nannies, au pairs, maids, you name it, sending money home, the whole shebang. So our guest today worked in Egypt for about 3.5 years, and she wants to tell us about her experience there. But the worst part is she was accused of stealing a ring from one of her employers. And that's when hell began. Irene Lavenda
is in the studio with us on A Story a Day. Irene, how long were you in prison?
18 good days.
Whoa.
Yeah, 18 days in prison.
But take us way back to the beginning.
Yeah, how did you end up in Egypt?
Okay, I left Kenya 2020, March 12th, going to Egypt in search of green pastures. And there I was accommodated by my cousin. Yeah, so actually I was lucky enough because on 13th there was lockdown due to Corona.
That's right, it was March 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was lucky enough, but finding work actually wasn't that easy still because of the Corona issue. Yeah, so I had to like stay for some time, and then that's when we had this agent. He was from a Catholic church. And then
Kenyan?
No.
Oh, Egyptian.
Yeah, Egyptian. Yeah. So he took me to work. That was April 4th. That's when I went for my first work.
Kamaleo.
Yeah.
4th of April.
4th of April.
Was your first job?
Yeah, 2020.
How was it? During lockdown, it must have been difficult.
Yeah, it must have been. It was difficult, yeah, because remember, there's no vacation now. Like, you can't go to your place to rest because there's no that interaction. They don't want you to interact with people outside.
Yeah.
So I stayed in this particular house. I was a nanny, basically. When I left to the work, I wasn't told I was going to clean too. I knew I was just going to be a nanny. So when I went, I had no experience with me. So the madam of the house took advantage of this, and she asked for my original passport. She wanted to see my original passport, so my cousin had to send the original passport. And it was against the law for them to take your original passport because they don't pay for your ticket. You pay it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So
she took your passport?
Yeah, she took my passport.
And
that's when she knew that I was new in Egypt. And that's when everything started. Like, she started taking advantage. She seized my phone and my passport.
But why did you just hand it over to her?
I was new. And you are desperate. You want to work. You want to send money back home. And I was under their roof, so you can't just say no.
And how much is that nanny job in Egypt?
When the dollar was good back then, it was around 40 to 30K. Yeah.
So was any physical harm?
Yeah, there was physical harm.
Like what? She would slap you?
Yeah, she would slap me. She would hit me a lot sometimes. And the meal was only once per day. So at times she would just call you up because it was a villa. She would just call me up in the villa and then just start hitting me for no reason. She just disliked me. To top it up, the husband was kind of touching me somehow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Did she know about this? Because sometimes...
No, she didn't know, actually, and I thank God for that. Yeah, she would just sneak while I'm in the sink. She would just touch my butt and my breast, and I would not complain.
Why? Did you ever tell him to stop or take his hand?
Yeah, I did, but you're in their roof. They can do anything to you.
If you're in their roof, you just let him do anything? Because how long did you let this happen? Or how long did it happen?
And how much further did he go? So, if you allow him, the next time guza kitu ingine, sio?
Kidogo, you have enough family with him?
No, actually, when he started, I told her to stop doing that. But he's like, no, you have to follow what I want and you're in my roof. So I had to give in, but it wasn't like I was enjoying or something. I kept crying, by the way, and they don't have mercy. Like if someone keeps crying, you have to stop, but he couldn't. At times he could take me to, they had this house, they stayed in apartment. So they left the apartment to the villa now that you are in. So there's a day I was fed up. I went to the madam and I asked her, are you okay with me living with Mr. to the other house? And she looked at me and she told me, yeah, I trust my husband. Just go do whatever he tells you. Yeah. So we left. But every time he touched me, I thank God he never got to rape me. But every time he touched me, he used to give me money. And I took it because I had plan of running. There's this time I attempted running away. And I think now they knew I was serious. Because, you are helpless. I don't have money. And I can't steal too. This is the only way of getting money from him. It's not like I was enjoying what he was doing to me. But this is the only way I could have found money for running away.
So how much did you raise?
It was around 300 Egyptian pound. I didn't know how to change it those days into Kenyan shillings. Yeah.
Were you running away to go home?
Anywhere. When you're fed up with everything and you just want to get out of that place, you don't know where you're going to, but you just hope there are good people out there who can help you.
Okay, so how did you find the escape?
There's this one night, it was in the evening actually, there's this dishwasher. I didn't know how to use it well. Yeah, because just as I told you, I had no experience. So there's a way I didn't put the plates well in the machine. So when the woman came, there was a mistake. So what she did, she took all the plates and started throwing them down, the glasses she was breaking, They have this temper. So she called me, and that's when she attempted stabbing me. But the husband helped me. She attempted stabbing me, actually. She was damn serious. So that's when I decided, no, this is enough. The embassy had tried reaching out because now my cousin is trying to call. They've seized my phone and we can't communicate. So she just thought to her mind that there's something not right, So when the embassy tried reaching out, they denied that access of communicating with them. So this particular night, we have this trash. They call them zibela. I went outside. Not once I tried running away, by the way, but the cameras kept showing. I didn't know that we had CCTVs everywhere. Yeah.
So let me ask you, when you're trying to run away, do you look at the CCTV or you just run away?
No. Now, that one I attempted running during the day. Yeah. But this one I did it during the night.
Oh.
Yeah, I did it during the night.
Were you successful?
I wasn't successful, but God helped me because there was someone I asked for the phone. I went to throw the bin, and there was this guy that was passing. I didn't know Arabic, actually. I kept telling him mobile. That's how they call it. Yeah.
Maybe he thought you wanted to steal his mobile.
No. No.
Or you're selling a mobile.
No, actually, I thought God just works in miraculous ways, So I told him mobile, and that's when he gave me the mobile. But I remember I had crammed my cousin's number off head. So I dialed the number immediately, and I only told her 2 words. I told her, if you don't come to pick me next time, you'll come pick my corpse. So she got a bit worried because the torture was too much.
Did she come?
She couldn't, because remember, there's no communication. The madam doesn't want to communicate even with the embassy, not to talk less with my cousin. So what happened is my cousin took the advantage to call the agent. Remember the agent that took me to this work? Yeah, he was from Catholic. The family was Christian. So that's when the agent, my cousin persisted so much. That's when the agent took it serious. And then the agent called the father of the church. So the father demanded a video call with me personally to see whether I'm okay or not.
And this is now after how long after you got out? So you were running away, so you killed that story and went back into the house, or what?
After communicating to my cousin, that was enough for me, because I think they alerted all the people that were working outside. Yeah. I think.
So you went back into the house?
Yeah, I went back into the house.
And you continued your work?
I continued with my work. I continued playing with the kids. The kids loved me. I can't complain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did the ring disappear?
The ring, this is the second family now.
Oh, you had left these ones.
Yeah, I'd left this one now.
Okay.
So after
how did you leave this family? Before
I left this family, like the father came through for me actually, and when he demanded the video call, the madam at first she was against it because she kept telling me, "You will ruin my reputation. I'm a well-known person in the church." You know?
This lady who
this lady
is she's known in the church.
Yeah, the madam now.
Okay.
She told me she doesn't want me to ruin her reputation. That's why I'm not going to do a video call with the father. But they said what you're opting for, we'll take a video of you, but you have to lie that what I did, that I didn't hold a knife for you. Remember, she's protecting her reputation now. Yeah. So I had to give in, reason being I was still under their roof. They can do anything. So that's when the husband came and they told me, you have to lie. Just tell the father that you are tired of work. You don't want to work. Yeah.
But by this time, the father, themselves, the house has stopped the thing.
Yeah. Themselves, the house stopped.
He's behaving now.
Yeah, he stopped.
What made him stop?
I
He just
think
got tired, or you just realized nowadays?
no. Most times when he did that, he used to watch me cry a lot. You know. Yeah, I used to cry a lot, and I'm like, stop this, stop. I'm only here to work. Yeah, I'm only here to work. I have family who depends on me. It's not like I'm enjoying what you're doing.
So eventually you listened to that.
He listened, and I remember telling him, I would tell on you, on the madam. But you know, you can't risk because they don't. Previously, she told me I trust my husband. So there's no way I'm going to risk telling her that such thing happens.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So that's when I did a video. And when the video reached father, that's when father decided that I was to leave the work. Yeah, I left the work on July 18th.
And
where did you go?
I stayed for a while in the house doing some part-time job because I had to heal.
Whose house?
To my cousin's place.
Oh, you went to your cousin's.
Yeah, I went to
what was she doing?
By that time, my cousin had a kid. She was just in the house at that time.
So you were babysitting basically and helping out.
I was helping out, yeah.
Okay.
And then you got your new job.
I went to my new job September 8th, 2020. The same year.
Mhm.
Yeah, same year.
And how was that?
It was nice at the beginning. I was a nanny still. And immediately I was taken with an agent to the same work too, a Tanzanian agent this time round. And I found this madam who had one kid. He was a boy. He was 5 years old and he was a divorcee.
Okay.
Yeah. The house was 2-bedroom apartment, so there was not much work.
Yes, and he was working most of the time, Mama?
He was working most of the time. She would go like for a month, leave me with the kid alone in the house. Yeah.
Oh, a woman?
A woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was an influencer on Instagram. Yeah.
And then?
That's when, after a few months, I learned that she had someone else, and they got married. God blessed her with 2 beautiful kids, twins.
While you were there?
While I was there. Now we have to shift to a bigger house, very big house. Yeah, that had four floors.
How was the husband?
The husband was a good guy. He's very peaceful. He's very nice.
No touching?
No. He was a very nice guy.
Okay.
He had his own respect.
So, when did the ring disappear?
Okay, the ring disappeared Feb this year.
This year, oh.
This year, yeah.
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? Okay, being that I stayed with them for quite a long time, they took me as a family. So they're basically things I knew more than the other nannies. So now we are in big house. There are more kids. They have to employ other nannies. So we were 3 nannies in the house.
Wow.
And they gave me more obligations because I stayed with them. So I know basically everything about them.
You were in charge?
Yeah. So I used to prepare Mr.'s food, dinner and breakfast. That was part of my work and being a nurse. So there's this day on Feb 13th, evening, I remember so well. They came back, the madam and the husband, but they were not in good terms. They found me in the kitchen. And they were not in good terms. Why so? Because I had the mister asking her, why are you silent? Since we came back, you've not said anything. And she just left. So while I was preparing the food now, she told me, Lavenda, don't prepare the food before I come. Wait for me. And I'll take you back. Sorry. This woman, the madam now, at times when she prepares meal, there's this medicine. She had three medicines that she mixes in the pestle and mortar, and then puts it in the food.
For the dad only or for everyone?
For the husband.
Oh, it's like a love potion sort of. Oh, what would you call it? Well, here we call it kamote. I don't know they call it in Egypt.
Or maybe it's pishori in Chile.
I'm not sure about all that, but I noticed.
They were just tablets, or it's just something?
Yeah, it was tablet.
Okay.
It was tablet, but
Did
they were
he know?
What color were they? Could they have been blue?
And did he know?
No, the husband never noticed.
Wow.
But now that the worst part of it is I was the one being sent with this food. You know, it's different when someone prepares it and you've not seen it, and she sends you with it. You'll not notice anything, and
Right.
you'll not even have any feelings, you know.
Yeah.
But when someone does it in front of your face and gives it to you to take it to the husband, it's different, you know. When something happens, you'll be held accountable.
So what would this stuff do to him?
This stuff would make him sleep for 2 to 3 hours.
Are you in pishori? You're in Chile.
And,
Yeah.
and would the wife leave home after she's given him this medicine?
Sometimes she would drive out immediately.
Go where?
Most of the time, there's this day, like she used to take the visa.
The-
I'm a witness, the visa card. The husband had this golden visa card.
Oh, so she would go shopping.
No, withdraw money and come. But most of the times, because she had drivers, 3 drivers, so she would stay in the room until driver comes back with the money.
She would send the driver to
Withdraw. Yeah, and stay in the bedroom. So I don't know whether my thinking maybe because maybe she would delete the message. I'm not sure about that. I can't lie. But she used to stay a lot in the room.
When he would take this potion and sleep for 3 hours,
Yeah.
what would happen when he woke up?
He would just like act normal, but when you noticed somehow the body wasn't. He used to get sick a lot, and this time he came to us, the 3 nannies, and asked us, "Do you think it's normal for someone to just sleep 3 hours without raising the head? But you know you are in their roof and you're there to work. There are things you can't meddle on."
So what would you tell him?
No, just kept quiet. You can't say anything. Because you don't know whether the husband will believe you or not, you know?
Yeah,
These
okay.
are 2 married people. You don't know. You can't tell.
So
Okay,
do you think her story is valid? The boss who do you believe that marriages can work? I mean, after she told you never to.
Yeah, I believe.
Are you married yet?
No, I'm not married, but I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the ring disappeared yet, or are we still waiting?
So now 14th, when the husband traveled, okay, after telling me all this, that past 15th, and then there's this day now on a Saturday, no, on a Friday. On a Friday, we were to leave for the club. Normally, the kids go to club. We have different activities in the club. Like the big boy that I was taking care of now, he's 8 years. Remember, I went when he was 5. So he had activities like swimming and judo thing.
Must be Wadi Dagla,
They're one of those,
the
yeah.
Egyptian one, yeah.
So we left that day. Before leaving, actually, she left first, the madam. We were in the house, all of us. There was one nanny who left for her vacation. Now we are 2 nannies. We have to like help each other. Remember, we have twins and we have 1 boy.
Right.
So we have to help each other a lot.
Yes.
So
But there's 3 of you. There's enough.
there's 3, but 1 left for her vacation that day. Yeah.
Were you all Kenyans?
We are all Kenyans. So after that Saturday, I remember, while she was getting ready, she insisted, "I'll leave first and leave you all in the house, but at 12 exactly you have to go down," because we were to leave for the club at 12. So around 11, I knocked at her door and asked her, "Can I make your bed?" Because during weekends, we were never doing deep cleaning or anything. We had a cleaner, yeah, but it wasn't that deep because we used to go out during weekend. So I knocked. That's when I knocked at the door because the other girl has the kids. So I asked her, "Can we make your bed quickly before you leave?" And she told me, "No, Lavenda, get out. I'll get ready. Once I'm done, you'll come and make my bed." So that's when I went and took advantage of that time, went to shower because the other girl had finished everything. I went to shower, and when I was done, by the time I was done, I had the elevator going down. She was leaving. She was leaving to, she went, I think, to make her hair or something. So that's when I went inside her room. Before it took even 1 minute, the twins and the other girl came. So we helped each other quickly making the bed, and then we left immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
After leaving around 3 p.m., she came passed by the club, took the twins and the other nanny. So I remained behind because the boy has activities. I stayed with the boy until 7 p.m. in the evening. That's when we came back home. And actually, that's the first time I learned that the ring is missing. So when we came, she was like, I can't find my ring. Have you seen my ring? And I'm like, no. Actually, I didn't take it serious because I thought she was just like, it's something we can find in the house, you know? Yeah, I'm just from the club. I know nothing about this ring. I've never even seen it. So I told her, no, I don't know, but we can help you search. That's when we started searching. But in the middle of searching, she came towards where I was, and she was like, you know, if we don't find this ring, blood has to shed.
Ish.
I'll take you back again, sorry. That 13th when she called me and she told me, don't take Mr's food before I come back. She did it. Still, put all the drugs and mixed them and sent me with the soup. But that day, for some reasons, I was just no. Actually, I wanted to leave the work because I kept seeing that a lot and I can't help it, you know. There's no way I can go to the husband and tell the husband this and this. You don't know whether he will believe you or not.
But you took in the soup.
That day, actually, something funny happened. I didn't take the food by myself. I went to the other nanny and told her, kindly, take this food for me to Mr's room. She didn't know why I did that. That's when I entered my room and started praying. I prayed. I'm a prayerful woman, by the way. So I prayed and I told God, there's something here that is sin. And there's no way I can go about it. I don't know how to go about it. I see it's being done and it's someone being affected. Kindly, God, just intervene, you know. And that's when the guy finished eating, the soup came back the way it was. He didn't touch the soup at all. And the woman noticed that day. Yeah, the husband never slept that day. Until the husband called me to his room and told me to prepare him guava leaves, tea. So I did that and he drank it all. That's when next day he traveled. So after that, after she kept telling me blood has to shed, she repeated that 3 times. I didn't take it serious still because I don't know whose blood is going to shed anyways. So we kept looking for the ring until that's when she said, I'm going to call a psychic. Yeah. I told her, okay, call the psychic. Let's find out who took the ring because they believe when you call the psychic will tell you who took the ring. So when they called the psychic said it's Lavenda who took the ring.
How did the psychic know your name?
That's ask me. That's I don't know until today how the psychic knew my name.
And they didn't suspect the other. See, by this time that lady, the other nanny has gone on vacation.
1, we are 2 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the ring disappeared around the same time.
Yeah, I remember I went to sleep around 12, and by 3 I prayed. I started praying by 12 until 3. So she came. And for some reason, she was disturbed a lot. And she was like, why are you not sleeping at this time? And I told her, it's my prayer time. And she looked at me and she told me, you know, blood has to shed. If we don't find the ring, blood will shed. And I told her, I'm ready for anything. And she told me, no, you are going to prison. If we don't find it, we are going to prison. So I was like, we are 2 suspects. Why are you just dwelling on me personally? So on Saturday, she had to call her sister-in-law to come. The sister-in-law came and the sister-in-law took the 2 of us, me and the other nanny. Yeah, and she started interrogating us. And when something funny, when she came, she was just dwelling on me still. Lavenda, give me the ring. I'm like, I don't have the ring. And I'll insist, I don't have the ring. And she tells me, okay, being that you don't want to give me the ring, I'm going to take you somewhere that you'll live to remember your entire life. So I don't know where I'm being taken, but I have faith that everything will be okay.
You have faith it's going to be a good place.
No. You know, when someone tells you that, it's like they're threatening you.
Yeah.
So that's when we left, and the madam came and took the other nanny. She told the sister-in-law, just give me the other one, stay with Lavenda. Okay, that's when the woman looked at me, and she started telling me, you know something, Lavenda, you're very poor. You're very poor, your country's poor, and I'm rich, I'm filthy rich. If I want to make you vanish in thin air, I can do that, and your family won't even find you. Your people won't know where you are. And that's when I had courage and looked at her and told her, you're not God. And she told me, no, I'm God, I can't be God, I have money. So she asked me, take off your clothes.
Hey.
Yeah, she told me, take off all your clothes. I didn't expect that from her anyways, but I was like, no, I can't do that. I don't know you. Why do you want me to undress in front of you?
So you disobeyed your boss in a nutshell.
This is now the sister-in-law.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I told her, no, I can't do that. And she's like, okay, if you don't want, I have men who can do that for me. And that's when I said, no, I'll do that. I take off all the clothes that I have in my body, and she searched for the ring, every place of my body, and she didn't find it.
And then?
After that, I was taken to a very small room that had only a toilet inside, and there were two men who went inside. That's when the torture began. Two men who had gun. But I thank God they were hitting me while now I put my clothes off, because I told her they can't hit me naked. No, I can't allow that. So they started torturing. They hit me a lot.
With what?
Just their hand, and they kept showing me the gun. They hit me so much. I had no strength that day. I almost fainted. I was just lying on the floor. That's when I had one of them asking for the electricity. Like they wanted to electrocute me. And I was like, no, God, don't allow this to happen, because I had no strength. I was just lying down, and I kept praying a lot. But I remember in the middle of beating, Mr. was going down to work. And that's when everyone was ordered to go out, and they locked me, and the place was quiet. Immediately he drove out, they came in again, started hitting me. The madam is saying that if you bring the ring out, they'll let you go, they'll give you your things, and you'll resign work. And I told them, I still insist I don't have. That's when, now there's language barrier because they don't understand English. That's when I asked for their phone, and on Google Translation I told them, take me to the court. So they went outside and told the sister-in-law that the girl insists on going to the court, and she came inside where I was and told me, no, even if we take you to the court today, we have money, we can hire the best lawyers in the world. And if you think you took the ring just to be deported back to your country, you are lying to yourself. I'm going to make you rot in jail, and you're going to serve Egyptian police. Our country is so corrupt, the government of Egypt is so corrupt, there's nothing they're going to do. That's when the policemen had now to take me to the prison. Yeah, and I remember before leaving, I asked them, because I was expecting my periods, I just pleaded with them and told them, kindly, I have my sanitary towels up. If you just allow me go get them and go with them to the prison. And the woman looked at me and told me, I hope you rot in hell. And there's nothing we are giving you. So that's how we left.
What was prison like?
So you went straight to prison, they didn't charge you, you didn't go to court, you just left the house and went straight to cell or what?
No, when I went to the prison, actually, we were taking the two people, the other nanny too, because the commissioner of the police said, being there are two suspects, you have to bring them all. Yeah, one can't stay behind, bring them all. So we were taken for interrogation, actually, for the first day, second day, and then the third day, now the madam came and took the other girl. So they kept threatening me, by the way, because before being taken to cell, I'd stayed with the policemen in another place for 6 days, just interrogating me every day, bring the ring, bring the ring. So at some point, they would just call me in a room and tie me and want to hit me. There's this one day who called me in a room, tied my hands and told me, I want to hit you so hard that by the time I'm done with you, you'll bring out the ring. And I told him, no, I have my rights. And he was like, we don't have rights in Egypt. That's your country. This is Egypt.
And
We
this
don't
guy,
have-
he speaks English or he's
This now knows English.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a policeman who now knows English. So that's when again I began praying. And sometimes, when you tell someone you began praying, they'll think it's a joke, but God listens. So they let me go. And now the 7th day now, it was on a Thursday, that's when I was taken to the cell. So life in the cell wasn't easy because it was a very small room and we are 7 of us inside. So we had people had to sleep. We had people who had to sleep 4 hours and then we stand for 4 hours. When they wake up,
How small is this cell?
it was very small and we were a lot inside.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
were the others foreigners or mixed?
I was the only black actually. The rest were Egyptians. Yeah. So we would stand for 4 hours, they'll sleep for 4 hours, then when they wake up, then I'll go sleep.
By the way, what was this ring like that it's caused all this wahala?
I don't know actually. I've never seen it too. I'd never even seen it.
It must have been one hell of a ring. So you stay there how many days?
Now 7 days. Now the next day, it was on a Friday. That's when I was taken to the court.
And
Yeah, at the court, the lawyer called me inside and told me, "Can you kindly tell me your story?" That's when I started narrating, and I even told him that I'd been tortured a lot. All these days I'm on my period and I don't have no pad, no nothing. I've not taken shower. So and then he looked at me and told me, "Just step out for a minute. Let me decide on what to do. Then I'll call you back." That's when I stepped out, began to pray, and then after 25 minutes, he called me inside and gave me some papers to sign. So I was worried again because I don't know what I'm signing. It's in Arabic and I can't read Arabic, but I can speak it. So he looked at me and noticed I was kind of worried, and he told me, "Don't worry. Do you know why you are signing those papers?" And I told him, "No, I don't know. Kindly brief me." And he told me, "You are signing them because you don't have residence in Egypt. So what we are going to do is we are going to deport you back to your country because you lack papers, not because you are a thief."
okay,
Yeah.
which is what they did,
That's what they did.
and that was it.
And that was it. And that's how there's this group in Egypt. Just as I told you, we have groups, tribes, and there's this big one, Insurance for All Egypt in all Kenyans in Egypt. They came through for me. They catered for my ticket, and that's how.
Ticket back during deportation,
Yeah, back during deportation.
Now, would you go back?
No, never.
Would you advise Kenyans to go to Egypt?
It depends with what someone wants to go do there. There are people who look for work, they're desperate for work and all that, but I would never advise someone to go there, really.
So what are you doing now?
Okay, right now, I'm just at home for now, trying to work on myself because it's not been an easy journey. Yeah, I have to heal and all that. So after that, that's when I'll see what next.
Would you go to Saudi Arabia?
No, never.
Would you go anywhere in the Middle East?
No.
What do you want to do?
For now, I just want to go back to school because that was my main aim, actually going to Egypt to save and come back, go to school.
And study what?
Hospitality.
So who has the ring?
I don't know. Really, I don't know.
And you're back at your parents, or you have your...
Yeah, I'm back at my parents' house. Yeah.
Okay.
At least you're
Wow.
lucky to be alive.
Yeah, I'm so lucky to be alive.
Is this woman still Instagramming?
I don't know.
You said she was an influencer,
Yeah,
right?
she was an influencer.
You don't keep in touch, or you
No,
don't?
we don't keep in touch. No.